Director. The director sits at the top of the FBI, appointed by the president and confirmed by the Senate for a single 10-year term, meant to keep the job insulated from politics. Christopher Wray held this office for years, and before him, Robert Mueller led the Bureau through the aftermath of September 11th. Deputy Director. The Deputy Director runs the daily operations of the entire Bureau, translating the Director's priorities into action across every division. Why does the FBI need this many layers just to function? Because the Bureau is not one agency. It is dozens of specialized units stacked under one roof. Criminal Investigative Division. This division handles violent crime, organized crime, public corruption, and crimes against children, the closest thing the FBI has to traditional police work at a national scale. Counterterrorism Division. This division tracks and disrupts terrorist threats before they happen, coordinating with local police and foreign intelligence services around the world. Counterintelligence Division. This division exists to catch foreign spies operating inside the United States, including government insiders who betray their own country. Cyber Division. This division targets hackers, ransomware networks, and state-sponsored digital attacks, a threat that barely existed when the Bureau was founded. Did you expect the FBI to be fighting wars that happen entirely online? Most people don't. That is exactly the point. Criminal Justice Information Services Division. This division manages the fingerprint and criminal history databases that every police department in the country relies on. Laboratory Division. This division runs the forensic science behind major cases, from DNA analysis to digital evidence recovery. Human Resources Division. This division recruits, trains, and manages every agent who ever wears the badge. Information Technology Branch. This branch builds and secures the internal systems the entire Bureau depends on to function. Finance and Facilities Division. This division keeps the physical and financial infrastructure of the Bureau running behind the scenes. None of these divisions carry guns. All of them keep the ones who do in the field. Critical Incident Response Group. This division deploys hostage rescue teams, crisis negotiators, and behavioral analysts to the most dangerous situations in the country. Hostage Rescue Team. This is the Bureau's elite tactical unit, trained for the highest stakes scenarios imaginable, from hostage standoffs to high-risk arrests. Behavioral Analysis Unit. This unit studies the psychology of violent offenders, the profiling work that inspired decades of television but rarely resembles the reality. Legal scholar and former FBI profiler John Douglas helped build the foundations of this kind of work long before it became a cultural phenomenon. Who do you call when a threat can't be solved with force alone? You call the people trained to read it before it happens. Intelligence Branch. This branch collects and analyzes intelligence across every other division, making sure information actually reaches the people who need it. Directorate of Intelligence. Sitting inside that branch, this office ensures raw intelligence gets turned into something agents and analysts can act on immediately. International Operations Division. This division manages FBI legal attaches stationed in embassies worldwide, extending American law enforcement reach far beyond U.S. borders. Public Affairs. This office controls what the public actually hears about the Bureau's work, shaping the story before it ever reaches the news. Former FBI Director James Comey has spoken publicly about how tightly controlled and consequential that public messaging can be. Here is the twist almost nobody expects. The FBI has no independent power to prosecute anyone. Every case a division builds still has to go through the Department of Justice before it ever reaches a courtroom. The Bureau can investigate, arrest, and testify, but the decision to charge someone belongs entirely to federal prosecutors. That single fact reshapes how every division above actually operates, because building a case and winning a case are two completely different jobs. So what does this mean for you? The FBI is not one agency chasing criminals. It is an intelligence service, a forensic laboratory, a tactical unit, and a data infrastructure company, all fused into a single organization, coordinated from the top and executed through dozens of divisions most people never learn to name. Understanding that structure changes how you read every headline about federal investigations, every congressional hearing, every debate about surveillance and civil liberties. There are more than 30 divisions inside the FBI. Now you can finally name the ones that matter. Like the video and subscribe for more content like this.